What it do, people? It's your boy, Derek, on the mic. Today is January 30th, 2023. And we got a small show today. It's usually like that this time of year. There ain't really much to talk about. There ain't much really going on in basketball. It's getting almost to the All-Star break. And then you also got the AFC and NFC championships that just ended. So there ain't really much, but we still follow a couple storylines here and there. I got Debo joining the show today. How's it doing, Debo?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Not much. It's been a crazy, strange NFL weekend full of conspiracies and rigged and great football and terrible football and great officiating and terrible officiating. And when I say great, there's no great. It was just...
It's never great anymore.
Before we get started, guys, be sure to subscribe below. Hit that like button as well. We appreciate those types of things. We only need 83 more subscribers. No big deal. Just 83 more. Go ahead. All right. Anyways, I would say we could do our picks this week, but there is no picks because there's no football. It's gonna be pro.
Well, we should pick on the Super Bowl before the line moves. Honestly.
All right, here. Let me look at this shit.
I seen that right now. I think the Eagles are favored by 2 or 2.5 right now, something like that. Last time I looked. I just feel like we should just before the line moves, bro.
Yeah. Wow. Chiefs are not favored. Yeah. I'm hammering that, and I'm gonna hammer that.
I'm taking the Eagles, bro. And the over.
You taking the Eagles?
Yeah, and the over.
Oh, God, I gotta read this. This guy's crazy.
Bro, what do you mean I'm crazy? The Eagles are the more complete team.
That's what you think.
And Chiefs don't even deserve to be there.
I went 1-1 last week. Did you go 1-1?
I know I took the Bengals, so that was a loss.
Oh, it's over here. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, here we are. Last week, you took the Eagles money line. I took the Eagles money line. We both won that one, so that's a plus. I took the Eagles spread.
It was like 7, bro, I think, or some shit. Or 2 or something like it was something that
2. 2.5.
They definitely covered.
And they definitely covered, that's for sure. The under of 45.5. Yes. Got that one as well. You picked the spread as well, and you took the under. That's good. And then did you put it on the back? Yeah, I did it on the back. All right, and then I took Bengals spread and money line. I obviously took the L on that. I did take the over 47, and I didn't get that either. You took the same.
Damn, I took the over too. Rip.
Yeah, fuck. We thought wrong, I guess. Just a bunch of poor play. So essentially, I went 3-3, and then you went 3-3.
It's not too bad.
I mean, broke even, kind of whack. All right, but you're taking the Eagles money line. Or the spread or the money line? I mean, obviously you're going to be taking the money line if you're taking the spread.
I'll take both and the over.
2 and money line. You said the over?
Yeah, was it over 50, right? Yeah.
5-0. Okay. Me, I'm going to take the Chiefs. Money line. I'm going to take that +2 as well. I'm going to do the under.
It's fair.
I like these picks. Let's see. We went 3 and 3 and 3 and 3. Round 3. Round 3. Okay. Put those mid-season picks away. I already did those. I think where they are. That's fine. Okay. Let's get out of this motherfucker. All right. Yeah. So picks are over. Damn. I kind of figured maybe the reason why they're saying that the Chiefs are not favored is because Patrick Mahomes is injured. And they lost a lot of wide receivers in that game. Juju Smith-Schuster got injured. Mecole Hardman got injured. Kadarius Toney got injured. That's three of them right there. So hopefully they're healthier in 2 weeks. But
Eagles are a better team, though. I mean, statistically, right? I feel like their offenses match up pretty close, and the Eagles definitely have a better defense.
I keep telling everybody that the second half of the season, the Chiefs have been really a lot better in the passing game and also in that run game.
Guess we'll see.
I mean, you saw it last night when Samaje Perine and Mixon kept getting stuffed. As far as like them in the wide receiving thing, they were disrupting things, and they also got Frank Clark coming off the edge.
Yeah, Frank Clark had a good game, bro.
Fucking beast, dude. We'll see. But I have a feeling that old boy is gonna get a second one. I would like that. That means he's gone to 4 Super Bowls out of 5 years.
Super Bowls.
Huh?
This is his third.
I'm sorry. Three Super Bowls, 4 championships in 5 years, which is pretty nuts. And had 1, possibly 2. That's crazy. That's just pretty crazy. And for being so fucking young, that's just crazy. You can't really keep up that level of success. Like, I wonder when this dynasty is going to end, because if they've been to 4 straight, I just call that a dynasty. Whether they've won those Super Bowls or not, it's still a dynasty because they've been to 4 straight.
When Andy Reid leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
I think he might be the greatest offensive-minded coach ever.
He's so smart, so good at what he does, man.
He's smart in like his play calls. Like he'll come out in formations you don't see.
I kind of want to get a second one, dude. Imagine him getting 2 rings, inch a little bit closer to Bill Belichick and his 7.
He is facing his former team, bro. He's coached the Eagles.
Bill's got 6, right?
Who? Bill's got 7. No, you're right, 6. I'm thinking Brady. He's got 6.
Brady's got 7. I know that much. I know that he had 1 more than Bill. So
wait, no, Bill might have 7. Didn't he win one as like a coordinator somewhere?
You might be right.
I think he did, bro. I really think he. Yeah, Google that real quick.
Bill Belichick. Let's see. He's just a 6-time Super Bowl champion, it says, as a head coach. Oh, shit. As a defensive coordinator, he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Okay,
so
there you
got
go.
8. Wow. Damn, that's a lot.
See,
did Andy Reid ever win on anyone's team?
You said what?
Did Andy Reid ever win on anyone's team?
I think the year that the Chiefs won was his only time he ever won.
Damn. Well, he definitely deserved it, and now he deserves another one. Let's add 2 to that one. Yeah.
He's going against his former team he used to coach.
That's why I feel like it's going to mean a lot more to him than it will the Eagles. The Eagles already won one.
Not with this coach, right?
True. It was with Doug Peterson. They have with Nick Sirianni. I don't know. I just I feel like the Chiefs have more to prove than the Eagles do, because after last night of the whole debacle with the fucking refs, all these people are coming out here and ripping on the Chiefs. And it's like, dude, we were just talking about how this guy was a godsend 2 years ago, about how amazing he is and the throws he makes, because he is. He's pretty elite. And all of a sudden now we're dogging him and shit like that, kind of touting him as a fucking Tom Brady. This man didn't cheat. So, like,
I'm not like, it's not Mahomes' fault, but it's just a lot of missed calls in crucial parts of the game were kind of ass.
I know, but hear me out on this. Like the Chiefs still did what they're supposed to do to try and win the game. You know, if you remove the refs and put in better refs, would they have won that game? Maybe. I don't know. It could go either way.
It would have went to OT probably.
Probably, but and then also the fact that dumbass player at the end of the game pushed Patrick Mahomes to give him that penalty. Like, why is he doing that so late in the game? Like,
that was dumb.
Stupid move.
That
man.
was really dumb.
I don't know. I mean, that whole entire game just threw me off, man. I mean, the 3rd and 9, like the fact that they just like you see the guy come on the field, but you didn't hear any whistles, and then the play continued, and all of a sudden after the whistle, they just didn't let anything continue, and you hear them talking, and they're like, we're gonna replay that down. It's like if you had a clock issue, why don't you just add that time back to the clock? Like obviously they've already done this play, they didn't get it. And it was I think an 8-second difference. So all you got to do is go back, review how much time was missed. Okay, add that time now to the clock. Problem solved. Like, I don't understand why they had to replay the whole entire down all over again and get the clock set just so the clock could be right. Like, that is just ridiculous. You pretty much gave the Chiefs an extra play. I don't think they scored on that one or even did anything, but still, it's a momentum thing. It's a whole momentum shift. So thought that was stupid. There were so many blatant missed calls and calls that were just absolutely ludicrous. I saw one guy get pushed in the back on a kickoff return for not for a touch, but kickoff return. There was the Chiefs player and another Chiefs player, and they were both running down the field, and there's another guy who was running with the other guy, and some dude just pushed him right in the back. And then you see the coach really point to him and also look at the ref. He's like, what are you looking at over there? The ref didn't say a damn thing. I'm like, dude, we just watched it with our own eyes. It's like, if we could see these things clearly on TV, it's like, how are you not seeing this? And this shit's fast, like real fast.
You talking about the punt return?
Yeah, I don't think was it a punt return? It might have been a punt return.
I think it was the punt return that set that the Chiefs rookie took to the 50-yard line. Now, if they would have called it, the Chiefs would have started behind their own 10 with not 30 seconds left, under 30 seconds left in the game. It's almost a guaranteed overtime. So, I mean, could the Chiefs still want an overtime? Absolutely. But it just kind of sucks.
I thought that's what they were going towards. I thought like this script, and honestly, I'm not one of those guys that think the NFL's rigged. It's impossible. But can it be swayed by refs? Absolutely. I forgot where I was going with this. Go ahead.
No, I mean, they missed 2 blatant holding calls on Mahomes. That run where he got knocked out of bounds. There was 2 missed holding calls on that same play. Now, I don't know how that would work because dude obviously pushed Mahomes while he was out of bounds and committed the unnecessary roughness. But if there's 2 holding calls plus the Bengals penalty, how would that? I was kind of curious, actually. I don't even know the answer to that. How would that offset?
So what the Chiefs did 2 holding calls, and then
there was 2 missed holding calls in that play.
It just goes 1-on-1, whichever one's the greater one, and then they go at each other, and then it just offsets. So they say one guy over here beat the shit out of one guy, personal foul, and then this guy over here beat the shit out of someone, personal foul, offset, redo the down. Those 2 disqualified.
But the Chiefs had 2 missed 2 holding calls.
Doesn't matter.
It's offset. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so technically that should just offsetted, and that run wouldn't have counted.
Gotcha. But they still shouldn't have started at the 50 anyways. They should have been starting at like their own 10 or whatever.
I'm gonna be watching the Pat McAfee show tomorrow. I think Dean, I think it's Dean, Tessitore or something like that. That old ref, he's supposed to be going on the Pat McAfee show and trying to explain everything that happened on Sunday.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what was over that 3rd and 9, motherfucker? Like, you don't have another, like anything else that could have been done. Like that's the protocol. All right, yeah. So whenever a play has already been done, we just replay that down. Like, why? Like, no one ever thought that would be
tough, bro. I just wanted a fair game. And it feels like it wasn't, honestly, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like
that's why I'm going for the Eagles, because I feel like the Chiefs don't deserve to be there. Not that they wouldn't have won if it went to overtime.
And that's the thing. A lot of people are doing that. They're just pretty much like automatically gonna root for the Eagles because they have this negative connotation that the Chiefs cheated, but they didn't cheat. But they just feel a type of way about them because the refs obviously gave the Bengals a really hard time.
And that's exact. I mean, that's their prerogative. That's really why I'm going for the Eagles.
I'm still going. See, honestly, I didn't care who won that game. I was really wanting the Bengals to win because the Bengals have never won a Super Bowl before. So that's why the main reason why I was rooting for them. I also like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I hope all three of those guys win another Super Bowl. Those are just funny. Travis Kelce's funny. Now you have the Kelce brothers going against each other. It's going to be the Kelce Bowl. I saw a dumb meme earlier that said, wow, this is going to be the first Super Bowl where two brothers are facing each other. I just commented underneath that, nope, Harbaugh brothers. Like, there's other brothers that there's another one from like 1970 or something like that. But like, don't be saying that.
I thought I saw it. I really think I saw it was the first time two players that actually are starting.
Nope, there's two other players that happened before too.
Gotcha.
I'm just not going to go look them all up and all that, but I know for a fact that there's been two players that have played each other that are on the same, or not on the same team, but opposite teams against each other. Anyways, yeah. Now I'm hoping the Colts interview Bryce. I think it's Bryce Callahan. He's an offensive coordinator for the Bengals. I don't know. Might be Brian. I think it's Brian Callahan. I want him to come to the Colts. He seems to be doing really well with Joe Burrow over there. And those wide receivers, I feel like he can mesh well as our head coach. And we need an offensive mind. And I'm tired. And I have this feel like if we hire a defensive coordinator as our head coach, and then we get a new quarterback, I feel like if we get a new offensive coordinator for that defensive-minded head coach, and that offensive coordinator happens to do really, really well its first couple of years, they usually just leave and go get a head coaching job somewhere else. And then this kid's development is hindered, and he has to, get a new offensive coordinator and learn again. Kind of like when Andrew Luck came into the league, he had like 6 different offensive coordinators. Like that's nuts. I'd rather us hire offensive mind, so that way, no matter what, the quarterback's always going to have someone who's going to like be on his side of the way and mold them and know what to do and stuff. So I'm hoping that happens. Let's see. Jerry Jones had some words on Dak Prescott. And also, after we talk about those, we'll just talk about this first. How about that?
Is it that interview?
Yeah. Alrighty. All right. KC _ Vera says Cowboys owner Jerry Jones on Dak Prescott. I thought this team with Dak at quarterback, I thought we had a chance to get to and compete at the top level in this tournament. I really did.
Well, I thought this team with Dak at quarterback, I thought we had a chance to get to and compete at the top level in this tournament. I really did, and that was our edge here tonight. I thought the quarterback, the experience of the quarterbacks, they might have had a little edge and an area there, but still, I thought our quarterbacks were the edge.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Thoughts are Dak's gone.
I think so too, and I also saw that Stetson Bennett was in Dallas.
He got arrested.
Yeah, I know. I
saw that.
Do you Republican talks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel like public talks are so stupid.
It's a petty charge, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You don't want drunk people in public acting like a fool, but I always feel like it's a dumb charge. Yeah, Stetson Bennett was out there. What if he goes to Dallas? He's from Georgia.
I don't know how I feel about him, honestly. I mean, I know Georgia been hot, but I don't know. I just got a bad feeling about him coming into the NFL. I don't know why.
He's going to be another Dak Prescott.
Yeah, type shit.
I wonder where Dak would get moved to. Maybe the Panthers.
Texans. There's multiple teams that need a quarterback.
Multiple
this
teams.
Year. I mean, the Raiders are a possibility.
It's going to be a wild
Commanders.
Ooh, the Commanders would be a good one. They just love taking like leftovers and hoping they can make something out of them. Knowing they're going to.
I mean, there's a lot of a lot of places he could go. I mean, if Brady leaves or retires, maybe to the Bucks.
There's rumors that he might go to the 49ers now.
They don't need him.
I know they already have Brock Purdy, but he's gonna be out for 6 months.
They got Brock Purdy. They've got Trey Lance coming back from injury next year. I don't know. I really think Jimmy G's gone. So
Brady's gonna go over there and break his leg, and then he's gonna be out for season.
Yeah, like I don't know. Something tells me Brady's going to the Raiders, though. That's really my pick.
Yeah, I've been saying that too. Yeah, I think he's gonna go to the Raiders.
Reunite with Josh McDaniels.
That's where he had the most successes with him.
Yeah,
offensive coordinator.
I mean, they're pretty loaded at like offensive talent over there.
And he won't have to learn a whole new system because he already knows that system.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like if he went to the 49ers, that like the Kyle Shanahan's offensive system is just so complicated. Like I feel like he'd get irritated. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like it'd be as easy as he thinks. I feel like it'd be really, really hard. So I feel like it'd be a lot easier if he went to the Raiders.
I did see a video. Brady was like at some private school in Miami, though.
I saw it.
Dolphins came out with a report and said that they don't plan on pursuing him.
Yeah, fucking idiots. I mean, the dude might not even play ever again. He's been in the concussion protocol for a whole month now.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what's going on with him, bro. I think he's gonna miss the Pro Bowl because of it.
I wonder if he's ever gonna play again. I mean, he hit his hard in the beginning of the season, and all of a sudden he's
couple times too, bro. It was like got a concussion, came back a few weeks, got a concussion again.
That was like the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then he came back for a while, and then got another concussion. It's like,
and they were, like you said, they were all like, they weren't no small little like hits, bro. Like, dude was.
I think he got fucking brain damage. I mean, the fact that he was like on the field, like no one does this. Like, this is not a fucking reaction that's normal. Not normal whatsoever. Like those other reactions, you see someone just go and they just pass out. Yeah, that's more normal. Okay. But that's a nervous reaction.
Yeah, he might be done. I don't know.
A nerve reaction, I should say, not a nervous reaction. I'm hoping he can play again, but not at the detriment to his health.
Yeah, he might be done. I don't know. If he is, it's kind of sucks though because he's so young and shit.
I know, and he had so much. This is like his year, dude. Like this was the year to prove himself.
He was playing well. Playing well. I mean,
you just can never stay healthy, dude.
That's the problem, you know. But is it really his fault that he got concussion? I don't know. Can you really put that on him?
I mean, that one, no. The next couple, yeah. You can put it on him and you can put it on the team because he is his own player. A player can tell a team that he doesn't feel right and then not go out there. But there's also doctors that can prevent it because you got that spiritual alpha male in you, so you're always going to want to go out there, until you don't. You already know your body. But there's teams that can help you prevent from making your body worse than what it is by you making a dumb decision. So it's on both of them. I just want him to talk about it.
Yeah, that's fair. I told Duff, I was like, if Brady takes his job, I'm going to laugh my ass off. But he's going to lose his job to a 46-year-old.
Oh, man. That or I wonder where he's going to go next year. 49ers, Raiders.
He might retire, bro. Who knows?
I don't think he's retiring. Like, the way that people play, you just know. When you just know they feel deflated, they feel like you're really emotional. He doesn't feel like any of those things. He's just talking shit. He gets pissed and irritated because he just wants to have some privacy. And last time he tried to retire, Adam Schefter ruined his life. Fucking dick.
Dude's got issues. He's always leaking shit. He needs to chill.
I think he's good at his job, but he don't give a fuck about anybody. One thing I thought you might be really happy with. Bill O'Brien going to the Patriots.
Yeah, we talked about this. Could definitely use them, bro.
Did you know there's like a rumor feeling around where they said that actually I'll just share a few things real quick. Let's do this. Boom. I think it's this one, yeah. The offseason has barely begun, but hiring Bill O'Brien could be the most influential move the Patriots make this offseason. A chance for them to get their offense on track after a wayward 2022 season. Mac Jones stands to benefit in a major way from this hire. This is Alabama. He's been hired, yada, yada, yada. But wait, guys, there's more. Apparently, Bill Belichick's been fucking botching the season. Yeah, that's what Bleacher Report said anyways. It says, one source told Andrew Callahan of the Boston Herald, I love Coach Bill Belichick, but he fucked us. After a long time, offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels left to New England. Bill Belichick promoted Matt Patricia to role of offensive play caller and brought back Joe Judge to serve as the quarterback's coach. And you obviously saw what happened this season, guys. They were atrocious. I mean, these numbers right here just say it, okay? Now, moving on from that, okay, when Bill O'Brien was on the team, they were cooking, and they were doing pretty well. But there's a lot of people that are saying that Bill Belichick hired these guys, and I think they thought that he was going to do well. And I think he had good intentions, and he was trying to do right by the team. But it failed miserably, and it got to the point, I guess, later on in the season where I think Mac Jones didn't even give a fuck. Like, oh, he goes, as another source told quarterback Mac Jones does not like Judge, and that they regularly got into heated, profanity-laced arguments during practice. Like, when you got someone who's ignoring you and talking shit to you, and I guess apparently Bill Belichick was dogging Joe Judge and whatnot, so it's like, it's just toxic is what it sounded like. But what's your thoughts on it? Do you think that has any truth to it? Do you think that Judge is atrocious? You think Bill was talking smack to him? And do you think that Mac Jones was talking smack to him?
Bro, I'm not sold on Mac. I don't know why, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because Matt Patricia is a dog shit offensive coordinator, bro. He should just stay on the defensive side of the ball as he was before. He was good. He was good as a defensive coordinator. So, yeah, get him the fuck out of offensive coordinator. As far as the arguing, I could see it, bro, because Mac Jones just did not look happy this year, bro. Nope. Anytime I saw him on the sideline, he just looked fucking miserable, dude. Honestly. Miserable as can be. Like it looked like he didn't even want to be there. Like he didn't even want to be on our team no more, honestly.
Maybe he didn't try. Maybe he was like just really frustrated and irritated, and that's why his numbers were just so bad.
That's why I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt. And if we get Bill O'Brien back and this man still sucks, I don't know, bro. It's time to do something.
I think you guys also draft another quarterback this year. I feel like you guys always do this, and it's always the later rounds. Mark my words, you guys draft.
Probably will. Yeah, you're probably right. Honestly,
6th round. You guys get some guy. Everyone was he was probably good at one point in time, and now he's not relevant. And all of a sudden, you guys get him 6th round. He's next Tom Brady.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Moving on from that, Packers apparently prefer to move on from Aaron Rodgers. There's some reports coming out about that they would like to see what they have with Jordan Love, and they're going to move Aaron Rodgers. Some teams that are linked to Aaron Rodgers are the 49ers, the Colts, and the Jets. Those are the teams that I've heard so far. I've heard Sauce Gardner be like, oh, I'd love to have him. Bring him on over. Pat McAfee has said this plenty of times before. He'd love to have him on the team. If you see Aaron Rodgers coming back next year, do you think he plays for the Packers, or do you think he's getting traded to another team? And if you do, which one?
He's probably gone. I could see him going to the Jets, to be honest.
The Jets?
Yeah, I could see it.
That would be so tremendous for Garrett Wilson. His fantasy football, it's gonna skyrocket. All his numbers skyrocket. They also have.
I don't want him in my division.
Elijah Moore would be good. Oh man, that'd be pretty great for them. I hope not.
So you want the Colts to get him, don't you?
In a way, as long as we draft CJ Stroud, I don't want us to give up our 1st round pick. I still want us to draft a quarterback. But if we can somehow give up, I don't know, maybe a 1st rounder next year and a 2nd and 3rd rounder this year for Aaron Rodgers, fuck it, dude. Fuck it.
I just don't see it happening, bro. I feel like if you want him, you're gonna have to cough up that 1st round this year. Packers need a quarterback, bro. And I don't think they trust Love.
I don't think this is the year for a quarterback. I think everyone should wait until next year for Caleb Williams.
I mean, you got some decent quarterbacks in the draft this year. You got Bryce Young.
We'll see.
That dude from Kentucky or whatever. What's his name? Will
Levis.
Yeah.
That's what. There's a lot of people that are linking the Colts to Will Levis. We'll see. Jury's out on him. And then CJ Stroud. And then some are saying Bryce Young's going to fall to us and that the Texans are going to take CJ Stroud.
And who's that other quarterback? Didn't he win the Heisman or something from USC or something like that?
Yeah, there's another guy. I forgot his name.
I'm not that familiar on college football. I only know the big names.
I mean, he's still a big name. He's from USC, but I just don't know what his name is right now.
Something. Didn't he win Heisman?
No, the person who won the Heisman is Caleb Williams. He's returning to the school next year because he's I don't think he's eligible yet. Huh?
Where's he play?
He might be USC actually. He might be.
I thought he's not in the draft.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Maybe
shit.
it is Caleb Williams. What am I thinking of? Yeah, plays for the Trojans. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Caleb Williams is returning to the school.
Okay. Well, never mind.
He's going to be balling out again next year. He'll probably win the Heisman again next year. He's probably favored to win that shit.
Yeah.
I would bet on him right now if I were you guys. Bet on him. Do it. He already won it once, and he's just going to improve and get better this year. I don't think that anyone on OSU is going to be able to compete. I mean, maybe Kyle McCord. I mean, we'll see. Every single year we seem to have a quarterback, at least the last 4 years in the Heisman conversation. I just don't know about this time because there's not like that set guy behind us. We had another guy, but he transferred out to a different school. And I think maybe the guy from Michigan, the running back, I think is like Crowham or something like that. I think he has a chance of winning that Heisman next year too as well. But anyways, Aaron Rodgers, realistically, if I'm being real of where I think he might go, I think some team out there is just going to be like the Rams did and just trade a slew of picks and get Aaron Rodgers and hopefully ride out with him for the next 2 to 3 years. And I think they're going to restructure his contract. I don't think he sticks with the Packers. I think he's moving. I think the Packers want to move on and see what they have with Jordan Love.
Which is great because Packers are about to be so relevant next year.
Maybe. What if Jordan Love's actually the next coming? And
I don't even think they can rely on him, bro. I don't think they do. I don't think the Packers think he's the answer, to be honest with you.
You don't know. I mean, they had Aaron Rodgers sit behind Brett Favre for so long, and then Brett Favre finally left, and then Aaron Rodgers took over.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll see.
We shall. Teams haven't been interested in Sean Payton. Only Arizona seems to be in the mix. What happened, man? I thought this guy was like a highly sought-after candidate. Everyone was going to trade like 1 million picks for him, and he was the best coach on the market. What happened to that?
Probably asking for too much. Saints are probably asking for too many picks, and other teams just don't want to do it.
They're probably like, dude, fuck this
shit.
And
they know that he's gonna want a lot of money, bro. They're gonna have to up a lot of picks and pay this man a lot. I don't think any team is really willing to make that lunch.
All the places that were deemed like, let's see, Frank Reich already got hired as the Carolina Panthers head coach. He used to be a quarterback there for them, so it's kind of like brings back some memories for him. He actually faces the Colts week 3, or not week 3, the Colts in 2023, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these positions are going to fill up. I feel like Sean Payton might not even have a job this year.
I don't think so either.
I think he's going to go back to TV.
How long did the Saints got him under contract for? Technically,
I think it's like 2 years or something like that, or a year.
He'll probably once those years are up, maybe he'll come back.
Technically, they can't because he retired. They don't start it.
Come out of retirement.
Well, I mean, if he comes out of retirement, he's going to have to be the head coach of the Saints, and that means Dennis Allen's
even if the contract's up.
Contract's not up because your contract is for those X amount of years that you're supposed to be the head coach for that team. So, like, say you sign a 4-year deal, you're agreeing to stay with them for 4 years. If you terminate that, I mean, they still pay those certain coaches because they agreed to pay them for 4 years. But that's also another thing. Like, he retired, so he still has to pay them the 4 years because that was their agreement. But also those 2 years he had, if he comes back, he needs to put in the work because they paid him. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Gotcha.
But yeah. And then you already said this earlier. Brady was in Miami. We talked about that. Let's switch over to the basketball for a second. Earlier I put some notes on here that Zach Lavine, Vucevic, and Alex Caruso were on the trading block, and apparently there's been some rumors that the Bulls think they can get 2 first-round picks for Caruso. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a report came out of the Chicago Sun-Times, which I kind of trust that source a little bit more. They said that Caruso is untouchable, that he is the culture. Apparently, he is holding it down for Chicago, and he's pretty much keeping them together. So the Bulls feel like if they trade him away, everything's going to fall apart.
He hasn't even been playing that well this year.
Defensively, he has, but he never really scores a lot of points.
I'll tell you what, if they can, which I don't think any team's going to, get two first rounds for him, I will run that shit all day, bro. Let's do it.
Right now is a prime spot to try and trade him away. Same thing for Zach Lavine. If you trade him away, like these are two prime times, but we'll see what happens. It looks like the Bulls aren't sellers. Like we haven't had any. Like originally, I thought we were going to be sellers, but I haven't heard any reports in like the last week since that report I got that they wanted the 2 first-round picks from about anyone being traded. Like Vucevic, I've been wanting him to get traded since last season, and he's playing a lot better right now, and they haven't traded him. Zach Lavine, he's getting a little bit better right now, but he was playing really, really poorly to start the year. And we were all talking about, let's get rid of him, let's trade him away. Plus, he's being selfish and shooting 2s when he should be shooting.
That was so stupid.
Passing it away to someone who could shoot a 3. But I don't know. I just feel like there hasn't been much chatter. I just feel like the Bulls aren't going to be sellers, and we're going to keep trying to compete this year. We're 10th right now in the East. Or in the
Yay, another first-round playoff exit.
Yay.
Getting used to this.
But we made the playoffs.
But, like,
participation.
we're not improving. We're just losing where we always lose.
I know we have the capability of beating any of these teams in the playoffs, but we just can't do it consistently.
I mean, we might still. I don't see us beating, like, if you're talking like the top 4 teams in the East.
Yeah, we beat them all.
Yeah, we might beat them. I don't see us winning 4 games out of 7 games.
Yeah, we beat them once. We could do it. We just can't do it consecutively.
Maybe we'll steal 2, but
maybe.
Yeah.
Win 1 just to make us feel good, and then just lose the other fucking 4.
Like, yeah, I mean, typical Bulls fashion seems anymore.
I just want some big names to want to, like, us to sign. Like, not trade for, sign. I want them to be like, boom, LeBron James coming to Chicago, man. Signing on a 4-year max deal.
Well, that would just help bring other people, you know? It seems like that's what the league is now. I mean, if you can get a big name and then at least get one more, because it draws other players to want to come play, but we don't seem to do that. I mean, we have elite names. We don't have like superstar names. Like Zach Lavine is a great player. You know what I mean?
He's not a superstar.
But he's not a super exactly. DeMar DeRozan, great player, also not a superstar. So it's just like we need a superstar. Even if we can just get one superstar and keep some of these like
KD. Put KD on team. People will flock. LeBron James, Ja Morant. The jury's still on him. I don't know if he's elite yet, but I mean, yeah,
I think Ja, bro,
he's a good scorer right now. Joel Embiid, Nikola, Jokic, yeah, like those are elite guys. Like on their team, like that dude gets the ball somehow, he's gonna score, get it into someone's hands who can score. You just feel so confident when the dude has the ball. Same thing with Giannis. Same thing with Joel Embiid. It's the same thing that they had with James Harden back in the day. Now he's fat. It's just, it's just like we don't have that guy. Like, yeah, Zach Lavine can shoot. He might make that 3 though. Like, you don't have that confidence that he will every time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like we have any confidence in any of our players.
I had confidence last year in DeMar. He was shooting well, but this year he don't even look the same. I mean, he's not playing like shit, but he's also not playing how he did last year. Last year he was like in the running for MVP possibly. Yeah,
he was on another level. He kind of cooled off towards the end of the year.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm tired of like mediocrity.
It's what it is, bro. Seems to be the Chicago life.
Not speaking of, but I'm going to speak about some conspiracy theories. So many of them this week, So apparently, this one is the juiciest. NBA refutes viral Reddit conspiracy theory about Grizzlies' Jaren Jackson Jr.'s stats. You're like, what? someone apparently created a Reddit thread and followed every single stat that this man was getting. In order to ensure the integrity of our game, statistics, auditors, independent of the statisticians on site, review all plays and stats, decisions in real time during NBA games. If changes are necessary, they are made at that time or following a post-game review. All the plays questioned in the post on Memphis games were scored consistently within the rule set forth by the NBA statisticians manual. That's what someone came out and said and had to say because someone was asking Tim Frank about the Reddit post allegation that was coming out. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, I clicked on it. Anyways, so long story short, guys, apparently Jaren Jackson Jr. has that man, Tim Frank, who is a statistician, giving him extra stats in the defensive categories as far as blocks and steals, when apparently those blocks and steals should have been going to other teammates. And they're doing that to pad his stats so that way he can win Defensive Player of the Year because he is favored to win so right now. What do you think about that, Chris?
I mean, I didn't read enough on this, to be honest, but if that's true, that's fucked up, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That's seriously fucked up if that's true.
Hey, I mean, this guy followed him on Reddit. Like, he literally watched every move that he made, and he's like, nope, that should have been to that guy, and that should have been to that guy, but they gave it to Jaren Jackson.
Does he have proof? Did he, show any proof that they're actually
puts a lot of it out there in there. He's got some videos.
Fucked up, bro.
It's kind of concerning. And wouldn't put it past it because some shit like this has always happened. Like, I think there was a ref that was betting on the NBA back in the day, and he got in trouble for it and stuff. So wouldn't put it past it. I could see it happening.
If that's true, bro, that's pretty sad, actually.
That would also make me mad. But
if I be mad too.
If I had Jaren Jackson on my team, I'd be pretty happy as far as
he's good.
Fantasy
I'm not taking away from him, but fuck stat padding and shit like that is ass, bro.
Imagine if you're on fantasy basketball, bro, and you got Jaren Jackson, you're like, don't worry, this statistician's gonna help me out, bro.
But yeah, if you got him, you're chilling, bro. Keep it up, man. Keep padding.
Imagine you're in the playoffs or something like that, and you're in your fantasy championship, and then you're like one block away from losing. And then his teammate gets it, but they give it to Jaren Jackson. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'd be pissed.
That would be, dude, I would have to dispute that somehow, bro. I don't know.
Oh, I'd be saying angry letters and shit, dude. I'd be saying all types.
At that point, I'm calling the NBA commission, all that. This is some bullshit. I got proof.
Speaking of other conspiracies, one's been put to rest. Damar Hamlin finally came out on his Instagram and Twitter, and he acknowledged that he's alive for all you haters out there that thought he was dead.
Well, I'm so thankful to everybody. I know that it isn't enough just to be thankful. This is just the beginning of the impact that I wanted to have on the world. And with God's guidance, I will continue to do wonderful and great things. I couldn't do this without any of the support and the love. And I can't wait to continue to take y'all on this journey with me.
Man, I'm just a little bit shocked and astonished, though. I will say that, I mean, this man, he's gone through an incredible journey here right now. I mean, he can talk, and everyone thought he might be brain dead because he was dead on the field. Like, when you lose so much oxygen for so long, I mean, bad things happen. And then I've heard it where times where people go brain dead because they have lack of oxygen to the brain. So the fact that he's able to speak clearly and he's doing great, and I didn't see no oxygen tank next to him, but it was very, there was so much that they were showing.
It was enough for me to shut the fuck up. But there's still people saying it's CGI and shit.
There's always some shit like I saw some guy last night after he tweeted it out. He retweeted. He's like, thank you. This is all that I wanted. Blah, 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 blah. He goes, but now we want to know what happened on the field. It's like, oh, so it's always going to be one thing with these motherfuckers. Once they get the answer for that, it's going to be a new question.
It was enough for me to put it was just weird how everything played out when he came back at the game, like how they rushed him to the elevator and shit.
And I get that. The thing, I was just trying to take it all into consideration when everyone was telling me, like, I get it. The fact that, yeah, you're getting chest compressions, there's a chance that your ribs could get broken. Maybe his didn't get broken, don't know. And then him waving his arms up in the air, letting people know that it's him. You would think that if your ribs were broken, it'd be really tough to do that. Also, he had the ski mask on. I also thought that was contributing to Bill's Mafia because a lot of those guys out there wear ski masks to contribute to the Mafia style thing. Don't know. And I also fucking hate the NFL that day when they're like, hey, here's Damar Hamlin, but we can't fucking see him. And it
was snow, so I didn't really care about that. It was just more of like every camera view. It was like this man had goggles on inside, a ski mask on, and then the camera view where he was in the suite was from the side. You can't tell it was him.
Yeah.
Etc. It was just weird.
Friends coming out with videos showing him and stuff like that.
Yeah, you would think like, I don't know.
I understood.
But it was enough for me to shut the fuck up. But there's still people, which I laugh at these people now. Oh, his ears look different. I seen something about his ears look different, and where's his tattoos? Or it's deep state fake, whatever the hell that is, and it's a CGI and all that. I'm like, why is the clip keep stopping and then going again?
Because he probably had to pause and take a fucking breath, dude. Probably. He's on
enough for me to shut up, bro. I'm just glad dude's okay. That's all. I just wanted to know that he was good.
Yeah, and also another thing I wanted to mention to like all the conspiracy theories out there. If someone had died on the NFL on the field, that is a major concern. And with that being said, I would do whatever I can in my power with all the money and billions of dollars that I can to make this quiet and make sure that no one ever knew about Damar Hamlin ever again. Damar Hamlin, who? The guy who passed on the field? You'll never hear about it. You probably would have heard if he actually died on the field, NFL probably would have went to commercial, came back, said he was completely fine. He would have went to the fucking hospital, and he's actually would have been dead already. And then you would never would have heard about Damar Hamlin again. They would have never brought it up. No news station would have brought it up. All that shit. But none of that happened. They kept fucking broadcasting and putting him out in the main light. When I say main light, it's not really the main light because we couldn't see him. But look, he's alive. Well, he's waving his arms. He's here to support everybody and whatnot. Like, they wouldn't do that if the dude was dead. Like, they're not going to you want them to shed light on that situation and have more questions asked?
Well, I think it's also people were donating to his charity. So people wanted to know, like, you got to remember that he was getting a lot of donations and people wanted to know where the fuck their money was going.
Yeah.
Same time.
Always got to follow that paper trail.
Yeah. Follow the money, right? It seems to be the motto in life.
Yeah. Follow the money. You always come somewhere. But Damar Hamlin, I'm glad that you're healthy. I'm glad that you're out. Hopefully you can get back on that field eventually, whenever you're back to 100% health and whatnot, man. Wishing you the best, homie.
Absolutely.
Patrick Mahomes. That dude, I know we were talking about him earlier. We're going to talk about something else here again. But he was out there playing on a broken leg, it seemed like. He had that sprained ankle. He's out there toughing it out, and he got the job done and won. And, like, I just want to bring light to that situation because Justin Fields did the same thing, I think, one year when he was in the playoffs in college going against somebody. His leg was fucked. But he went out there and he toughed it out. And I always give those types of guys appreciation. I'm always going to root for those types of guys because they shouldn't be on that field, clearly. They're hurting, but they're out there toughing it out, trying to give it their all to win it. Just mad respect. With that being said, the Bears are absolutely stupid if this is true. I've heard that Patrick Mahomes was almost a Bear. Bears, and this is what Patrick Mahomes' father said. He said the Bears gave him a call and told him that Patrick Mahomes was going to be chosen with the third pick. And they took Mitchell Trubisky instead.
Dude, that's true. Where's Mitch at now on the fucking bench? That's hilarious, bro. And he's on the bench for another team. That's what's even more funny.
For a different rookie that got drafted this year.
It's typical Bears fashion, though, bro. They can never get the quarterback situation figured out. And when they do, they fuck it up because they have a shitty O-line and they just let their quarterback just get destroyed all year.
Damn, can you imagine Patrick Mahomes on the fucking Bears?
He could probably pull it off, bro.
Allen Robinson probably would have stayed.
Got Darnell Mooney, who's pretty good off the slot. I mean, they got some. They had some decent receivers.
I mean, maybe no one would have been shipped out. Maybe Raquan Smith is still there. Robert Quinn.
I think Roquan Smith would have been gone anyways. They didn't want to pay him. He left literally strictly over money, bro. The Bears were being cheap.
And that's what it is with these guys. They're always fucking cheap, dude. Just pay these motherfuckers.
Trust me, I know about being cheap, bro. I got the cheapest head coach ever, dude.
You do? We had the dumbest owner.
Bro, we never pay anybody, bro. We always want these elite players to just come on these like team-friendly contracts, and like it's so annoying, dude.
We have bad blood. So this is my take on it. I feel like the reason why the Colts don't usually spend a whole bunch in free agency to get a player is because Ryan Grigson did that when he was in his tenure, and he was atrocious at it. He got some bum-ass motherfucker named Goster Cherilus and paid him millions of dollars, and he was absolutely terrible. And he paid a bunch of other bums. He traded some first-round pick away for Trent Richardson, and we know what happened with that fucking debacle. So I feel like he just has this bad feeling in his mind. So whenever he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go spend $30 million on this on this whatever," he's like, "No, don't do that. Get this other guy. Pay him like $10 million less. He's just as good, just not as great, you know." And then like he gets quarterbacks. He's like, "All right, let's get Matt Ryan, man. You know, he reminds me of fucking Peyton Manning. So you know what? I'll pay him $45 million a year. Bring him on over our team, man. Bring back the old days." This was not the old days. Never mind. I changed my mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. Like, that's pretty much his take on it. Like,
I told you, bro. Matt Ryan was going to be Carson Wentz 2.0. I had a feeling.
I thought he would be better than Carson Wentz, in my opinion. I didn't think he was going to take us to the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, any of that bullshit. But I thought he would at least be a lot better than Carson Wentz. And I thought he'd be able to be a game manager, just do enough to get the job done, win us some games this year. Instead, he just turned the ball over so fucking much.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Like, dude, like at least Carson Wentz, I knew what I had with him. He's gonna die on every fucking play. My heart was like this, but at least my heart wasn't like this, and just stayed down there and never got the fuck back up.
But wait, are you saying Matt Ryan was worse than Wentz? You think?
Yeah, like the performance this year. Like, go back and watch Carson Wentz his first season. We almost made the playoffs. Like, we just I don't know, like. When you're watching him, yeah, he sprained both ankles on one play or whatever. But this dude gave it all on every single play. So you knew it was going to be a roller coaster. That roller coaster sometimes is more entertaining than watching an inept team not be able to score fucking points all fucking season. But they give the ball to the other team who can't score points.
So if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, does that mean the Colts are really the Super Bowl champions?
Yeah, because we beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. I've seen something like that on Twitter.
Isn't it weird how the fucking NFL works?
I've seen that on Twitter today. I was cracking.
We almost beat the Eagles too. Like we were like, I think it was like a play away or some shit like that. I forgot. Here, Nick sent it to me earlier. He said we are an easy first and goal tutty away from beating the Eagles. Football is weird. It literally is. So we could have beat the Eagles if he had scored on a first and goal, and we beat the Chiefs. So two teams that are in the Super Bowl, we've pretty much beat, and we're just garbage, bro.
Put that in your head, bro. Colts were really the Super Bowl champions.
If we had a better quarterback.
I'm just fucking with you.
If he had
weird how that works, though, for real.
Honestly, I'm also not that convinced about our wide receivers. Like we didn't do, and our offensive line. That was the number one thing this coming in the season I was super concerned on. We didn't sign anybody new. We had a bunch of rookies. I'm like, oh, this might not be good. Then our wide receiver depth, we didn't sign anybody. We're like, oh, we're gonna roll with the guys we got. Okay, Ashton Dulin, where was he at this year? Alec Pierce, we drafted him. Where was he at this year? Just flashes for those guys. Michael Pittman Jr. was his normal self, but he's not an elite player. I don't want anyone to get this mistaken. He's not this DeAndre Hopkins.
He's a good, solid number 2 in my opinion.
Jamar Chase. He's a wide receiver too, but he's not that guy. Like he's not like Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne was with Peyton Manning. He's not that guy. He's just going to be a guy who's productive and can do it and catch the ball when you need. But he's not that. He's not elite in my opinion.
No, I agree. I think he's a solid number 2, though.
He's a solid number 2. So we need another wide receiver, in my opinion. Our running back is fine. Like, man, yeah, I just feel like we were just a quarterback and maybe a wide receiver away. And I feel like, honestly, if we actually had a really good wide receiver, do you remember Matt Ryan would just throw to the same guy all the time, and that was Julio Jones? I feel like that'd be the same thing. He just had some guy who was always open he could throw to. But instead, he was forcing things a lot.
Well, Prime Julio was different, too, though. That man was a beast. He ain't the same. He's obviously old and shit now, but Prime Julio was, I mean, he's up there with the best ever. If you look at the stats and everything, they check out. I'm not saying he's the GOAT.
Oh, I know.
I'm saying he's up there. I mean, it's probably top 10 type shit.
No one's ever going to beat Jerry Rice.
I still take Moss over Jerry Rice, bro. Call me crazy.
I mean, I'm not arguing, but I'm just saying Jerry Rice played 20 years.
Jerry Rice also admitted to using Stickum on his gloves.
So did other guys.
I don't think Moss used Stickum.
We don't know. Can't prove it. But Jerry Rice played 20 years in the NFL. He has every single wide receiver record, it seems like. But honestly, I don't even think those two are the best. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. that's coming into the NFL, he's going to be the great dude. This kid, I just can't I think he's better than his father.
I mean, he might be. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to be the greatest of all time, but I think this guy's going to be a really, really good wide receiver.
It also
a long time.
Gets drafted, bro. It's also going to depend on where he gets drafted.
No, I don't think it matters where he gets drafted.
Dude, if he gets drafted in fucking,
you could have Paxton
Baker Mayfield going to him, bro. Like,
I don't care if fucking who the fuck do we even have? Who's this guy? Who's that kid? Our third string, Sam Ellinger. Yeah, if he was throwing him the ball and whatnot, perfect. He'd be catching it every single time. No matter if the ball's in his vicinity, he's probably going to catch it.
Bro, I disagree, bro. I think a lot when it comes to wide receiver, I mean, half of your career depends on your quarter. I mean, half of like what your production is going to rely on your quarterback, bro. If quarterback's throwing a shitty
Why is DeAndre Hopkins so good for years and years?
Huh?
Why was DeAndre Hopkins so good for years and years?
That's a good point. Just throw that shit up, though. It's D-Hop.
Allen Robinson?
Allen Robinson not shit when he went to the Bears.
Blake Bortles. He actually had a 118-game season. He was shit when he came to the Rams. He had like 100.
I still don't think he was that great on the Bears, though, either, to be honest.
He was good on the Bears. He had like 118 catches or something like that. Like 1 year. The next year, I think it was like a mediocre year. And then he went to the Rams and didn't do shit.
He fell out of his prime, I guess. I don't know. How old is he? He's getting up there.
I don't think he's that old. How old is Allen Robinson? 29.
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's still like young, but his prime's kind of over. Think about it.
I just feel like for wide receivers, your prime's not over until you hit 30.
Depends. I guess it just depends, bro. Everyone's different.
True. Yeah, I don't know. But as far as greatest wide receivers of all time, the only three I'll ever mention is going to be Marvin Harrison, Jerry Rice, and Randy Moss. Like, there's no one else in those categories. You can name like Torrey Holt and, I don't know, Chris Carter and Michael Irving. Fucking fantastic. I think these other three guys are better.
I take Moss number one all day, every day, bro.
I can't make an order. Yeah, I'd say Moss would be over Randy or over Jerry. I don't know. I'd be like Jerry, Randy, Marvin.
You gotta remember, bro. Jerry had Joe Montana and Steve Young. Moss had fucking Culpepper. And then he went to the fucking Raiders, and he had the biggest, arguably the biggest bust ever in Jamarcus Russell throwing to him.
But Randall Moss didn't play 20 years in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, did he? How long did he play?
Not 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? Motherfucker retired. Who cares? And he went, and then when he came to England,
the game, why do you think people keep calling Tom Brady the damn GOAT? Because this motherfucker's 45 and still playing football, and he's got 7
GOAT. Yeah, 7 rings is probably why they call him the GOAT.
And Jerry Rice has a shit ton of rings, bro. Matter of fact, I think he's got 4 of those motherfuckers.
He does have 4. But I'm just saying, bro. He had Joe Montana and Steve Young, 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
And this makes he just so like.
And then what? He went to after he left the 49ers, didn't he go to the Chiefs or some shit? Who did he go to? And his stats, he fell off, bro. He was
no,
not
he
the
didn't.
same.
He's never fell off.
All right, go look it up. His stats were it was a pretty decent drop off, bro.
I call bullshit.
All right, go look it up.
Let's do this.
I forget where he went though. I don't know why. I feel like
Oakland is where he went.
Oakland?
Seattle was his last in 2004. Let's see. I don't think he really played in 2004. He was on the Oakland for a little bit, then he went to Seattle, and then it doesn't look like he really did much. But in 2003 was the last time he played. He had 869 yards receiving and 63 receptions. The year before that, he had 1,200 yards, 92 receptions. The year before that, 1,100 yards, 83 receptions. So like his last few years, he still was killing it. It's just that 2004 year is kind of a suspect. I'd have to go back and look. It says he only played 6 games.
You hurt or some shit, maybe?
Probably. On Oakland, he had 5 catches for 67 yards. And then on Seattle, he had 25 catches for 362 yards. And so I'm assuming he either got traded in the middle of the season early or something like that. And then maybe he just got injured and was out for season. But yeah. I knew it was Oakland. I didn't know who the last team was, and that was Seattle. Last few things I was going to talk about. Brock Purdy, he has the torn UCL. He's going to be out for about 6 months. And I just want to shed some light. This is going to be the first Super Bowl ever with 2 black starting quarterbacks in Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. And both played high school football in Texas.
I didn't know that. I knew the black quarterback thing. I saw that on Twitter earlier. Didn't see the Texas stat. Didn't know that.
Yep. I'm trying to think.
I'm going for the Eagles.
There's never been 2 first. Wow. You know what's crazy? We're seeing all this history. We got to see 2 black head coaches go at it for the very first time, and Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith. Now 2 black quarterbacks going at it for the very first time. History, man.
Go Eagles. Fly, Eagles fucking fly.
You always think as a kid, growing up and you're hearing all these, like you're reading all these history books and you're like, wow, like all these motherfuckers were, involved in all this history. But then life advances 30 years and you're like, wow, they're going to write about this in the history books. And I was a part of that. I got to see this. I witnessed this. You know what I mean?
I don't remember learning about no fucking football history.
You learn about football history, grew up, and someone told you.
No,
I'm talking about like a history class, like World War II, all that stuff. All that stuff's happening right now. History, man. I mean, also, too, with basketball, bro. I was just fortunate enough to be a kid that's got to see so many generations of basketball. Me being a kid, I got to see Jordan, in his prime years. Didn't get to see him early. I went back and watched those ones. But, being a 6-year-old kid watching these games, growing up seeing Jordan, and he's amazing. He's the best ever. And then you get to see Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant's fucking killing it. It's like, wow, I'm seeing more greatness. And then it's like, boom, LeBron James is in the building. More greatness. And then now you're seeing more greatness with Giannis and Joel Embiid and Jokic and all these people from around the world. It's revolutionized. It's just crazy.
I've been saying I think Giannis might be the GOAT if he keeps this shit up.
Probably. But he needs to work on that fucking free throw percentage because that shit's hurting me right now in fantasy.
That and his 3-point percentage. Motherfucker cannot shoot threes for shit.
I don't know. That last game he just played, he shot 3, made them all.
But I mean, if you look at his career, I believe he's like 28% or some shit, 29%. Not very good.
Well, look at his last 2 years, I think. Last 2 years, he's been shooting the threes a little bit better. He doesn't take too many shots with the threes, but when he does, he's been sinking them. He was feeling really electric in that last game, bro. He had 50 fucking points, and he got 3 threes. That was last night, Sunday.
Well, I'm saying, bro, if he can get that 3 shot and just his shot down better, it's gonna be very tough for anyone to defend him, bro. Because he reminds me a lot of like LeBron in the paint, except a little bit more explosive. and he's definitely, I think, a better defender. Yeah, he really could be the GOAT, bro. And
He's gonna win
the
some championships,
rosters
though.
that he's taken to championships is just like he's not making big threes and shit.
I mean, I don't know. Chris Middleton's really great. You also have Brooke Lopez, who's really great. But they're
they
not like, I
aren't
know what you mean. They're not like elite.
Yeah,
players.
they're not
Yeah.
like fucking Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, or like Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, fucking Paul Pierce type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I respect it more. And he's not over here actively recruiting like, oh, let's go out and get KD. He don't do that shit. He just say, fuck it, I'm going to play with whoever the fuck's with my team, and I'm going to dominate regardless. Fuck the bullshit. And I respect it.
I saw a rumor, not a rumor. Do you remember when Stephen Curry was going to get traded for Andrew Bogut? And they said no because they were concerned about his ankle.
Dude, I did not even know that.
Yeah. And the Bucks were supposed to have Stephen Curry on their team.
Dude, that would be nuts if they had Steph. Dude, oh my, it'd be over. Bucks would just be destroying. Because, I mean, just think about it, bro. Curry opens the floor up so much because he can shoot from literally wherever. And then Giannis is always going to be open. It's just, bro, that would be insane, dude.
I can't. Now, I don't want people to understand this when I say this, because I always get people that come at my life when I say that Stephen Curry is not only the greatest shooter of all time, he's the greatest point guard of all time. All you Magic fans, all you Isaiah Thomas fans, don't come at me. Just saying. If I had to pick someone to be on my team, I'm picking Stephen Curry every fucking time. He's not a true point guard, okay? So who gives a fuck? He's a point guard, and he's better than the guys that you're naming.
No, I agree with you. I mean, Steph Curry is fucking.
He's
different, bro.
He is another guy in this generation that we got to witness his greatness. It was like LeBron James and Stephen Curry, the bad dogs, bro. Back then you had Kareem and being the GOAT of his era versus Michael Jordan. And before him, they had Bill Russell versus Kareem. And then you had Michael Jordan versus Kobe. Like,
but did you see? I believe I saw something a week or so ago about Jordan Poole, the fastest player to like 500 threes or some shit. Like
Jordan Poole killing it now.
He did it faster than Curry type shit in less games. Yeah, I was like,
records are meant to be broken, bro.
Except for the ones like, because I really thought Curry. I really like the way he be putting up threes. I'm like, no one's ever gonna touch that, bro. Like, there's just no way. But Jordan Poole,
career records, yeah, I feel like they can be, but some of them. But like, there's some that like you're just impossible. Like, there's no way that you're gonna break that. Like, that's just, it's insane. Like,
yeah, Jordan Poole, man. If they keep him, bro, when Curry retires or whatever, boom, got your next man up, bro.
When do you think Curry will retire? He's only 32.
I mean, I'm saying whenever, bro, whenever he wants to. But you got Jordan Poole, who's a young player, and he's hitting threes, I guess, at a faster rate than
Curry.
Let's look up how old Steph is.
34.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's getting old, bro.
No.
He maybe got 4 or 5 more years, tops. Unless he tries to pull some LeBron shit and play till he's like fucking. Well, LeBron's 38. LeBron's probably done, and I give it 2 years tops.
Nope.
You think he's gonna play longer? I think he's gonna play when his son gets drafted.
He wants
every record with his son.
He wants every record so he can be considered the GOAT.
He's already on pace to break that very soon.
I can't even say he's selfish. Like, he's that guy. He's driven. I don't know why I say he's selfish. He has to be that guy who's driven to have these records. Like, he wants those. But he also wants a championship. I feel like he's not done. I think this year he's going to go out and try to – he's going to make playoffs this year, in my opinion.
I think the Lakers are gonna get it together.
Yeah.
11th or 12th seed or some shit right now.
They'll figure it out. Are they going to make any noise? I don't know about that. But I think
they've been without AD for like 25 games though too. So LeBron's kind of been doing it, not by himself, but I mean, you look at their roster, it's like
I think AD's the problem.
Could be. He's always hurt.
Not garbage. I mean, not he's garbage. He just like whenever he's on the floor, I feel like they're not good.
Just sucks for them because they traded a lot of young assets away for him, bro.
And they were always
Are-
bogus to Russell Westbrook. Pretty much made it seem like he's been quiet as fuck about that stuff. He's not complaining one bit about everyone talking about how he's a ball hog and all this other shit and whatnot, and dogging him and saying he's terrible and all this, and he's still just being him.
I think Russ is playing better off the bench. To be honest with you,
He was. Now he's now that AD's back, he doesn't have to do as much, so he'll probably have less assists and maybe less rebounds. He's not gonna be averaging a triple-double like he has lately.
you can't blame people for talking that shit last year. There was so much hype with, oh man, they got Russ, AD, and LeBron is over, and Russ just did not play well, bro.
It's the AD, bro.
It could be because of AD.
I'm telling you,
It's hard to pinpoint it all on AD when this man was shooting like freaking under 30%.
They have no depth. They have no depth, and I just feel like AD's not that dude. I feel like he's a James Harden.
I mean, I think AD is a great player. I just think he gets hurt too much, bro. All the time, I feel like this man's hurt, bro. Every time I look, AD comes back, gets hurt again. It's just like, dude, were you even ready to come back, bro? Or are you like, come on, bro?
Lonzo Ball's still not ready to come back either, dude. I just saw a report about him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, if we can get him back, I feel like maybe we can push up to like a 7th seed, 6th seed, maybe.
Maybe. Well, all right, man. That's all I got for the day.
For sure, bro. Don't forget, next week I won't be here.
No problem, man. It'll probably just be me because I don't know what Denny's around these days, but yeah.
Yeah.
All
Part-time.
right,
All right, bro. Have a good night, homie.
Deuces.
Later.
All right, guys. Don't forget, subscribe below. We just need 83 more subscribers. Be sure to hit that like button. And, yeah, thank you guys for listening. Appreciate it.